Okay, I'm not as good as Rob Halford. Can you be? Can you be really? Or even Bruce Dickinson for that matter of Iron Maiden, but it's to each his own with that. But yes. I've heard about it and I was like, whatever about it. And then I heard, when I finally heard some things from other reviews, I was like, okay, maybe I should give it a shot. And then when I finally decided to, I was like, shit. I think I found my album of the year for the time being until Tool had decides to release one, which we're not getting till next year. This is suffice though. Heck, if the Tremonti record had to take a back seat, I don't think you blame him with Richie Faulkner, you know? I mean, yeah, between him and Glenn Tipton, I think he's still in the band. Double check here. Let me double check. I think he still is. But I know KK Downing ain't in it anymore. I don't know what happened with him. I don't know if he just left or what. But yeah, he's still in it. Okay. Confirmed. Oh yeah. And it's just a darn awesome album. It deserves to be 14 tracks worth, and from the moments of Firepower and even Lightning Strike, it doesn't stop. Even the point of tracks that lyrically to some extent are kind of like, for me, my own personal beliefs. But at the same time, it's like, it's gotten to the point where maybe they're not raw and evil, maybe hasn't died like it should have. I mean, War on Terror doesn't seem to be stopping out of this anytime soon, despite what George Bush would like to think, I guess. I don't know. And yes, I'm aware of who's president now, and I just don't care. I'm not even going to get into that. That's even further from the point, I guess. I don't know. But that, the delivery of Rob Halford and those riffs. I ain't even doing the riffs justice, I tell you what. Never the Heroes is pretty good. Got a nice little build-up opener. So even some tracks that seem filler are still fucking kick-ass. You don't even care that they're filler or something. You Necromancers. Children of the Sun is fun. That brown is just a fun little rocker, at least. This is a definite... It's great because it's one that is of a big name that everyone at least knows of it, or has at least heard something on the radio from them, as opposed to Iron Maiden. Let's face it. I've heard more good stuff radio-wise out of this band than I have ever with Iron Maiden. Iron Maiden has some stellar songs that haven't made radio and are even deep cuts, probably. But so look at this band. I mean, I get why there's a little still back and forth, but as far as this decade's back and forth is concerned, between Book of Souls, which I've yet to listen to, and I probably need to give a proper confirmation of this, but as far as I'm concerned at the moment, I'm going to give it to Priest this decade. Because, jeez. Especially Guardians and Rising from Ruins, that two-way thing, those tracks, right, Guardians building into Rising from Ruins together as, like, if they were cohesively one track instead of separate. I'm getting Parabola kind of, not sound-wise or anything, I mean, just as far as that kind of a thing, in terms of track by track, melding together, just better off listening to as one experience, those are the ones that really hit you. And that piano opening, especially by the point of Rising from Ruins near the end, where the leads of Richie Faulkner getting into that particular riff, it just is tear-jerking on the levels of what Dust was for me last year. I think last year, yeah. But you'd think after that they couldn't top it, or at least try to keep it going. But Flamethrower proves you wrong. Spectre's great. Trader's Gate's pretty good. No Surrenders definitely seems like a radio-ready thing. Not in a bad way either. I mean, you could kind of put that in the same boat as Children of the Sun. Spectre has this vocal harmony moment that kind of makes me think Ozzy. Something Ozzy pulled off back in the day, maybe kind of sort of now. I don't know. Well, more then, actually, I would think. That part in the chorus, that note they hold on mine, on the part of Trapped Inside the Mind, when they get to that part of mine, that kind of thing is very, very, that kind of vocal harmony is very Ozzy-like, Ozzy Osbourne kind of a thing, which I like in a good way, obviously, that I like. And I think Spectre or Flamethrower or one of these has a very... Faulkner seems to reach out to the Sola Dimebag and bring out some of those kind of shreds. And Lone Wolf, in terms of riffing, Glenn Tipton must have got something from him, because this is very groove-centric, and it feels, at times, not always, but most at times, it comes off like this album is very much definitely what would happen if Rob brings in some Halford-esque experimental things, but not overly experimental. More the fact of him kind of taking what the band has been known for within more traditional heavy metal, but grabbing from more extreme genres in this new wave British heavy metal types, like your speed metal, your thrash, your power, and your groove metal, a la mixing within the more traditional heavy metal and hard rockish kind of thing, in the sense that this is Painkiller Screaming of Vengeance kind of thing going on here. Hence kind of what the album cover, from what I've been hearing when it comes to the whole Screaming for Vengeance thing. In terms of color scheme, though I think it looks a lot nicer and way cooler looking, I guess. Plus the album art helps too, I guess. And even Sea of Red isn't, though softer, it's still pretty damn good. I mean, if this is an album... if this is the album that is going to be their swan song, I'm okay with that, but at the same time, they're on a roll. If they can at least crank out one more like this, I think, at least maybe by next decade, I think we'll be fine. I think they can end themselves on a high note, retire in peace. Though I am hearing some things on Tony Iommi and Halford working together on something. I'm kind of interested to see how that's going to turn out. So I hope it doesn't bleed into Priest, because at this point I feel like besides Glenn Tipton, maybe as far as I know of Priest, between him and Halford, they might be the only original members left that I could think of. And Faulkner's proven himself pretty well, obviously, in comparison to KK Downing. So, yeah, Never Heroes is pretty good. I mean, oh, man, I'm Hard is all the way. Masterclass certification. It's getting up there right now. If, like I said, if Tremonti's album has to take a backseat for me a little bit, depending on when that, we'll see if it might beat it out. Given, for me at least personally, given once that book hopefully comes out sometime this year, so I can, view that part with the album in context and what fits here and there. Be nice, Tremonti, to release it. But anyway, yeah, 14 relentless tracks that you just, it doesn't, it's long, it's over an hour in like 6 minutes, I think. It doesn't overstay, it definitely isn't too long, it definitely ain't too short. It's just right. Just right. Right enough to make you still want to go again and listen to it. And it's definitely one of the few albums, given in name alone, that I could possibly recommend to somebody. Just even if name alone, it's freaking Judas Priest. The album was selling well. That's why it was so hard to finally get it. And I finally found only one copy out of V-Stock, nonetheless. And it's a new copy. It's mint condition. Or at least for now, it's mint condition. We'll see what happens. But, yeah. What did you guys, again, like I said, Masterclass freaking rocks all the way. Just, what did you guys, out of the year as far as I'm concerned at this moment, what did you guys think of this album? Leave a comment below, let me know, guys. As always, keep it random, keep it real, keep it rocking. I might do some shout-outs later. I could do them now, but I kind of wanted to be more in detail on them. And, yeah, I'll do a shout-out separate video later. Anyways, for an album I recently got asked to check out, so, yeah. Well, one, I wanted to kind of have a certain somebody review it themselves, but it's too late for that. Oh well. Hopefully he'll see it and he'll like what I have to say. And I'm ranting again. Sorry. Overall, again, as always, keep it random, keep it real, keep it rocking. And, yeah. Album of the year. Take care, y'all.